What's up, what's up? This is going to be a quick live stream. Not too much going on. I've got a few packages I would like to unbox, talk about a couple films, and then I'm going to try to enjoy my night. And play a little bit of... I just got through reading a bit. And I would like to, if I could find it, continue playing Metroid Prime, which I've played a couple times through and I'm playing through again. It is a marvelous game. It is awesome, so I want to get back to that. But for right now, we're going to do a quick unboxing / mailbag. I don't know what the difference is, really, frankly. Hello, Lucy. Thank you for tuning in again. And, yeah, so the first one I want to talk about, this one is going to be a short live stream, guys, because I'd like to enjoy my night a little bit. So this I showed off in the live stream I did earlier for my horror Blu-ray overview collection. And I realized that I picked this up and I think I unboxed it off camera. So I wanted to show you guys that I did pick up a copy of 4K Ticks. I believe this also has a Blu-ray. It's actually pretty funny because it says, "I'm infested!" which is a great classic line from this film, spewed by the great Clint Howard. What a wonderful character actor. Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Back in the day when I was younger, I checked that one out. Not in a long time. But Ticks is a classic monster movie. It came out the same year, or I should say Nature Strikes Back creature feature. This movie came out the same year as Jurassic Park with a fraction of the budget, obviously, but some really excellent and gross creature designs. Just giant ticks that burrow their way into bodies and they gotta be pulled out. All of your fears about ticks that are well-founded are reiterated in this film and presented to you in horror fashion with all the great creature practical effects you could imagine. This film's finale is insane, where one of the main characters turns into a giant, or one of the characters turns into a giant tick. Sorry if that's a spoiler. Clint Howard is fantastic in this. When we see him, he's not in it much, but every time we see him, he's in a different stage of infestation, and it just gets progressively worse for him, to the point where he spews his famous line, "I'm infested!" which is just so matter-of-fact and so obvious that that's what's happening. No, I have not seen I Saw the TV Glow. I would like to watch that very soon, and I think I will. Probably October. But I am interested in that one, yes. But Ticks is awesome. Again, I sold off my DVD, my Olive Films DVD, that fetched me around 30 bucks, and I got this for around 30 bucks. I think I ended up spending $4 or $5 for this 4K, but I'll take it. The 4K looks wonderful, from what my stupid eye could tell. And, yeah. All right. So, as usual, I didn't bring any blades or anything like that, so we're just going to use raw brute force. Yeah. You know, I'm very strong, luckily. So strong and buff and muscular that I am just going to rip this open with my bare hands. Keep it interesting. I may use my teeth at a point. This is ridiculous. Oh, I'm not strong. I'm not strong. What's up, Jolly Good? What's up, everybody? Thank you all for coming on back in. What's up, Ralph Rosa? Thank you for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you all very much. All right, first phase done. Now we just gotta, you know, rip the fuck out of the box. Oh. All right, frustration is starting to settle in. I don't know if you could tell, but this is either I'm getting weaker or they're making cardboard boxes stronger. Jesus Christ. All right. Got some free napkins. I will be reusing these. Why not? Put these to the side. Use them to blow my nose later. All the damn allergies. I guess you do another live stream. Yeah, second live stream for tonight. Why not? I missed it on Monday because I was a little under the weather. Figured I'd do another short live stream here. Next collection video is probably going to have to be Monday because I've got a bit of a marathon that I'm running this weekend with work. So I do 12-hour days, 11 to 12-hour days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the game shop. And so I won't have much time to do anything, let alone a live stream. So finally, I have completed my Masters of Horror Season 1 Blu-ray collection. I say Season 1 because Season 2, which had films like Pelts, Screwfly Solution, Pro-Life, and Valerie, some, did not make it to Blu-ray, sadly, which drives me nuts. As a completionist, I wish I had all these films on Blu-ray. I have Season 1, Volume 1 through 4 now, which compile 3 or 4 films each, hour long, written by the same guys, directed by some of the great legends of horror. I've seen a few of them at this point. I was really waiting for the entire set so that I could watch all of them. This one, Volume 3, includes Incident on and Off a Mountain Road, which is a strange title. That's Don Coscarelli, a strange filmmaker. Dance of the Dead, which is Joe Dante. I think he did 2 of these. And Pick Me Up, which is Larry Cohen, the great Larry Cohen. I just rewatched The Stuff with my buddy Michael. That was a blast. I love The Stuff. Larry Cohen's one of my favorite writers in horror of all time. I just love his biting social commentary. It's very satirical, ironic takes on social and cultural themes. Cursed film series that talks about behind the scenes, interesting, of horror films. I have not seen those. But yeah, also, I'm wondering, what do you guys think about stuff like this? Do you keep this kind of stuff in there, or do you toss it? Because I toss it. I get rid of it, because it's a little more interesting underneath it. Just curious what you guys do. Obviously, if there was a liner with the chapters, I wouldn't throw it out. All right, this next up is, I think I know what this is, and it's a really fucking cool one, guys. Not very often do I watch a film that has been made over the last, we'll say 15 years, since 2010, that really floor me and bring me back to a simpler, better time in movies, in my opinion. In this case, this film was so reminiscent of the 70s. It is a Mexican film in Spanish, invokes the Twilight Zone and the 70s in perfect balanced amounts. It's as if the Twilight Zone was in the 70s. This is structured like a Twilight Zone episode, a 90-minute one, a long one, but a very, very disturbing, very intense, a biting social commentary. It's going to take me a few viewings to see exactly what it's trying to say. I think the obvious is conformity and authoritarianism, and those things are bad, and to stay away from them and be yourself, think for yourself, read books, watch movies that you want to watch, not that everybody else watches. Themes that very much so resonate with me, and I never do this. Once every few years I do this. I watched the film, and then I knew I had to pick it up on Blu-ray, so I did so. And that is The Similars. Even the cover here is very reminiscent of, dare I say, the 30s, like The Ghoul, it reminds me of, the coloring here. But a very old school poster, for sure. Again, Mexican horror, The Similars. This had been on my list for many years leading up to this point. And you know, I was watching a few Spanish language horror films a couple weeks ago, and this popped up on, I think it was Screambox or Shudder, which I had a free week of. And so I said, you know what? Now's the time. Why throw away a good advertisement? That's exactly why, Jolly Good. Because it's an advertisement for things I either don't want or already have and was not swayed by the advertisement. Lucy got in Austria Larry Cohen's first movie, Bone. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I have Bone too. I picked that up on DVD pretty recently. That's a good find. What's his name? Yaphet Kotto, right? Blaxploitation. I've yet to see it. But yeah, guys, if there's one film I recommend out of this pickup video, it is The Similars. Sit down. You do have to read some subtitles, but you will be completely absorbed by the story and its weirdness. It is really weird, and the stark, disturbing imagery still sticks with me, and I think it will for a long time. There's a twist here. When it's revealed, you will either laugh out loud or you will be paralyzed with fear. I was the latter, and then that was closely followed by anxious laughter, because this is a weird film, and it knows it's weird, and it leans into the weirdness while making a very prominent and potent statement, social commentary about conformism, conformity, and authoritarianism, and creeping authoritarianism, totalitarianism, sameness, likeness. Even Joe Dante on the back here says, a terrific movie. I'm not sure, who knows where they pulled that from. But boy, oh boy, this takes place in October on a rainy night. Watch it this October on a rainy night. It is fantastic, guys. I can't say much more without spoiling it, but I was in awe at certain moments in this film. It really is that good. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. It might be a perfect film upon rewatch. Now, I can understand why people don't like this film and think it's ridiculous. But for me, the allegory spoke through the absurdity. It is absurd, but it carries itself with seriousness, and that's what makes it so effective. And it is a Twilight Zone. It's even buffered by a narration in the beginning and at the end, talking about the main character and what he's going through. Very Rod Serling Twilight Zone-esque. So, god damn, is this a good movie. And it took me way too long to watch it. I'm ashamed. It came out in 2015. Took me 10 years to watch this thing, or maybe it was 2014. I think it was 2015. Isaac Esban is the name of the filmmaker. I want to see all of his other work at this point, Mexican filmmaker. 90 minutes, in and out. Excellent, excellent stuff. All right, last but not least, guys, we have a little package here that I got from eBay, from a seller who was doing combined shipping and doing auctions. And so I ordered these 3 weeks ago from Canada. It takes a long time from Canada sometimes. All this wacky tracking and whatnot. But I check in with his stuff every once in a while because he does penny auctions. He starts all of his boutique label films at a penny. And wherever they go, however high they get, that's how high they get. And so I keep a close eye. I look at what he has and look at my DVDs and see what I could sell DVD-wise to upgrade to the Blu-rays. I do it very carefully, very strategically, very frugally. And thus, these 4 films are the ones I ended up picking up this time. Last time I bought from this guy, I bought like 12 films, something like that. All right, we're going to do one at a time. Got them all packaged very nicely here. All right, first up, it's got some French writing on it, so it's probably French-Canadian version here. That's okay. I've never seen Dino Dan. No, I've never heard of that, never seen it. Unfortunately, the case broke. But Cape Fear, this is the original Cape Fear. I grew up watching the Robert De Niro, Martin Scorsese film, which is an excellent remake. And I never got around to watching the original Peck and Mitchum classic, which I hear is even better somehow. Max Cady is such a repulsive, but also alluring character. Very masculine, very attractive, but sociopathic and evil and a maniac, as is evidenced in the Scorsese remake. Yeah, little pieces broke loose, James. That's exactly right. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. I appreciate all your comments. I may not respond to them all, but I do read them all, so thank you very much. Yep, you make some very good points, and your writing is getting better, James, so keep at it. I've noticed. The original masterpiece of revenge, confrontation, and murder. So this is the black and white classic that inspired the Scorsese classic, Cape Fear. So I'm really looking forward to checking this out at some point. Not quite horror, but definitely is on the cusp of horror. Humanistic horror. Next up, we have Jonathan Kaplan directed film here, starring Isaac Hayes, Truck Turner. Truck Turner is a classic blaxploitation film that I've heard many a good thing about, which I have yet to see. This was not put out by 88 Films, it was put out by 101 Films. They seem to do pretty good work here. So, one of the reasons I'm able to get all these for pretty good deals is because he sells a lot of Region B releases, and I have an all-region player right here next to me. Thus, I could play anything from anywhere in the world. Isaac Hayes, Truck Turner. I got to sell my Blu-ray off. I just have to find it first. This has what looks to be, hell yeah, an original poster. Well, it's not original, but you know what I mean. The original artwork. That's awesome. I love, 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 love when movies come with posters. And one day, when I have a house big enough, I will line my hallways with them. One day. All right, next up we have Creepshow 2. Another Region B that I got for dirt cheap. Probably all these came to, I think, $30. So all 4 for $30. They were all under $10. $7.50, something like that. Creepshow 2 is Romero and Stephen King teaming up one more time to do a sequel to the original Creepshow, which is a classic, full of great little short stories. This is more of the same. Some more cautionary tales. The one that sticks with me, the Native American statue sticks with me, and The Raft. The Raft is the best one out of all of these, in my opinion. Those are the two that really stick with me. The Raft is about a bunch of kids who go out on some pond, on a big flotilla, like a raft, and one by one, there's this kind of mass that's moving about, like algae and fungus that's moving about on top of the water, this mass of vegetation. And it seems to move towards them, and it's eating them one by one. They're dropping like flies. It's like a micro slasher. It's awesome. The Raft is my favorite little one in this. But I also do remember the Native American ones, because it's got some memorable characters. I want to say, what's his name? George Kennedy, I think, is in that one. As I forget if he plays the racist or what, but yeah. iRobot, yes, I've seen iRobot. I think iRobot's a fun movie. Let's see, comedy, Cops and Robbers, great film. I've never seen Cops and Robbers. Love the animated segments of Creepshow 2. Yes, the animated segments are a lot of fun, and they harken back to the old EC Comics, which these were based on. EC Comics was really Tales from the Crypt. A lot of early horror comics from the 50s, very controversial, very taboo, very boundary pushing, and excellent. I even have some of them in my collection. That's how much I enjoy them. The only comics I really own. But Creepshow 2, again, not directed by Romero, but written by Romero, based on Stephen King screenplays, stories, I should say. Michael Gormick directs this one, and it shows it's not as sharply directed as the original film, but it's still a good anthology film. I've seen worse. And last, but certainly not least, a very, very atmospheric subway film. I like these kinds of films that deal with subterranean creatures and atmospheres. This one stars Donald Pleasance. It has Christopher Lee in it as well. I had it on DVD as Raw Meat. Raw Meat is usually what this is called. I think it's a bit of a spoiler, frankly, and I like Deathline a little more. It's a bit generic, I give you that. But Deathline is a little bit more ambiguous. And this is a really atmospheric and cool film with some good imagery, with like exit sign red. I always remember that red from like the exit signs and from emergency signs kind of splashing against the train tracks, the subway tracks. And it says Donald Pleasance gives a memorable performance as an idiosyncratic police inspector hot on the trail of a nest of inbred subterranean cannibals. Sounds like something, right? Chud. Cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers. But this is late 70s, so this came out way before that, or well before that. Cult favorite, Deathline stars grim imagery, blah, blah, blah. When a philandering politician goes missing in the underground, the subsequent police investigations uncover a terrifying secret kept hidden since the 1800s. It's a really cool film. I really enjoyed this one, guys. Check this out. It's directed by Gary Sherman. Gary Sherman, if you've seen Dead and Buried, you've seen a Gary Sherman film, and you've seen his best film. Gary Sherman directed the hell out of that movie. It was lightning in a bottle, in my opinion. One of the most underrated horror films of all time. Deathline, a.k.a. Raw Meat, is no slouch either. Not as good as Dead and Buried, but just as atmospheric, and some really good imagery in this one as well. Again, this is, I think I said late 70s. This is actually early 70s. This is like 72, I want to say. 1972, yeah, 72. So, happy to finally own this, and I sold off my DVDs and pretty much got these guys for maybe $2-3 a pop at most. So, all right, that's going to do it for this little live stream here. That's the pickup for this week, and not so bad, but a lot of these I sold off the DVDs, like I said, to fund the Blu-rays. The only one I didn't do that for was the Similars. That one I knew I would never find, and I needed to just bite the bullet and bid on it on eBay, and I got a good price on it. So, very happy to have these. I want to thank you all very much. Good night, James. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Tune in on Monday we'll be doing another live stream, getting back to part 10 of the horror Blu-ray collection. I would also like to do a live stream where we kind of watch a movie together. That's a plan. I have something in mind that's right here that I won't show you right now, but I'm excited to watch that. I think it'll be fun if everybody kind of tunes in. It's public domain, so I could... What I'm trying to do is figure out a way to stream and have the movie up as well as my face. And you guys give me some feedback if you're in the chat room right now. How would you like it? Would you like my face to be the big part? Do you want like equal screens for the movie and my face? Do you want my face in the corner, small? I'll be doing live commentary. We'll be laughing, eating some snacks, having a good time. That's the plan, so I'd like to do that soon. Anyways, guys, I love you all very much. Thank you for tuning in for both the live streams today. We got some good viewership today. Let's get that thumbs up to at least 5 like we did last time. I really appreciate it. Let's see it crawl up a little bit. If you could thumbs up it. I know you guys thumbs up over and over and over, but it really does help with getting new people into the channel, which has been happening. More and more people are discovering my channel, which is excellent. So I want to thank you all very much. Lucy, take it easy. Jolly Good, James, Mr. Rosa. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate every one of you. Peace out. I'll see you soon.